Education is the passport for the future, and tomorrow belongs to those who prepared for today. Again, education is the key to success. So, our life will not be perfect without education. When you get the privilege and when you get the chance to go to school, you have to take it upon yourself and be educated. Today, we are talking about GES. And is it the do's and don'ts or the importance or what is happening now in our educational system? BEC candidate just finished, placements are out, results are out, people are not getting school, people didn't do well. We don't know where the fault is. If the fault is from the individual or the student, if the fault is from the parent, if the fault is from the school, or where they find themselves. So we'll be talking about that and more on these strengths. My name is Priscilla Banks. I have Wilson in the studios, and we'll be doing that together. Let's take a quick turn. When we come back, you're still on these strengths. Welcome back, loves. You are live on these strengths. Wilson, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
I'm also doing okay.
Awesome.
We are all recovering small. Hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah, but Charlie, this life is something.
Yeah, something. It is well.
If you wake up kicking well, Charlie, you have to thank God. It's not by your mind
like
nor
before you
anything.
even step out, you should pray. And it also give your life to God, because now you don't know what time you'll be going.
Yeah.
So all the time you have to be giving your life to God.
Yeah.
At any time that you are gone, you know that
At least.
At least your soul is safe.
I tell you. Because Charlie, what is going on there?
Yeah. 2024 has been. Is it tragic? I don't know. I'm short of better words, but 2024 has been really.
First of all, the year.
Yeah.
It's run. Okay, let me say it's still running, just like Usain Bolt.
Yeah, the year is running.
Just like some few months ago, it was January. Now
we are almost closing the year.
I tell you.
We are right now closing remarks. Anyway, today we are talking about GES, Ghana Education Service.
Yeah.
That's the GES. You know, BEC results are out.
Yeah.
And placements too are out.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, why do you think that this year most of the candidates, the BEC candidate, didn't really do well?
Okay. First of all, I'm not doing blame games, but I think COVID
did what to who?
You relax.
Okay.
COVID-19 has really changed our education system.
Right.
Everything has changed. Okay. Secondly, you are asking the reason why they are not doing well. You know, I think there was some few years ago, the educational, the curricula, everything has been changed, and those kids, most of them, the curricula that they started with is different from what they are ending with. So it will take time
before they adjust. But the math, science, English, and social studies and all that is the same thing, right?
They are core, right?
Yes. So why?
But then they've changed certain content in the books, in their textbooks. Do you understand?
That's why they are failing.
I can't say specifically that is why, but it's also part. It's one of the attributes. Do you understand? So, who knows? So, you know, ever since COVID came, the education system in Ghana has changed. Your child will go to school today. By the time you realize, within now, it's not even up to 2.5 years or 3 years old. Yeah. Maybe by 2 years' time now, your child is completing.
And it's really sad to see that your kid will go to school for all these years, because this one you started from nursery to primary to GHS.
Yeah.
Then you come.
So assuming you are in class 6, then the syllabus has been changed.
So you can't adjust
within 3 years. It's not up to 3 years. Within 2.5 years.
No, relax. The JHS books are different from the primary books.
Yes, but then you see, it's a build-up.
Okay.
Do you understand? The thing is a build-up thing. So right now, maybe when you get to GHS, then what they are teaching you is not the build-up of, like, it's not the, you know,
adjust.
You see the syllabus, it's a foundational thing.
Yeah.
It's just like you starting up a building, let's say a one-story building. Then all of a sudden, when you are about to done, then you finish. Hey, When you're about to finish, then you feel like, oh, okay, I can add something else. It will affect the foundation.
Okay.
Because the foundation isn't built to
carry the load
to
you want
carry.
To add.
Yes, maybe let's say 5 stories or those
but
things.
This case is different. See, it's
different?
It's education.
Yes.
No matter what, no matter how the syllabus change or whatsoever, you need to adjust and learn. So now if you are learning, let's say if the others the syllabus you learn from from primary to class 6, you get to JHS and you realize that the syllabus is not the same. I know you definitely find some similarities in those ones. You get it. So you have to sit up and learn.
But do you know that we are talking about kids?
Who is the kid? A JHS student?
But they are kids.
How
many of them are 18?
Yes, a kid has the capacity to grasp a lot of things. So, like a kid has the capacity. Your brain picks up a lot of stuff. But if you actually learn.
Yes, I understand.
So
but then
don't make any excuse for.
I'm not making any excuse for them. I am not saying that's the reason why. But I'm saying it's one of the factors.
Do
you understand?
And also
how many kids? You see, maybe syllables. The way you think is different from the way majority of the people think. And mind you, these are kids. Do you understand?
Okay.
These are kids. For them to adjust to a whole syllabus, like something different from what they are building upon, it's be easy.
Really?
It's just like you going to school in your third year and then you change your course to go and do something else.
Yeah, so you learn to keep up.
As compared to someone that will start from the beginning to the end, someone that is reading science.
Yeah. So
and you get to SHS2,
but when you change your course, you do better because that's what you like.
Sometimes it doesn't
people
work always. Even for example, look at the placement thing.
Yeah.
Right now, you need to finish your BEC paper before you go and choose your schools. After that. Okay, now the results are in. It's going to be up to 2 weeks, right? Now the placement is in just yesterday or today.
And you are going to school.
And they are going to school tomorrow. Like, does it make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
Look at the pressure they are putting on
the reason why the placement delay, the little information I got, the reason why the placement delay is due to selection and also errors from the students.
You see,
so the students didn't fill most of their forms well. So they were like this year. Okay. And according to the Ghana Education Service, complications arose from errors made by students during the selection process and cases of exams malpractices that result in the withholding of nearly 10,000 examination papers.
So
do you get it?
Whose fault? Are we to blame the kids?
More practice.
See, gone were the days you need to choose your school like even 2 or 3 months.
Yes, before even you go.
So if there's any mistake, everything will be rectified before you go and write your BC.
Right.
And this one, even when they finished the BC, they were home like close to 2 months before going in to choose.
And now they say they are doing a lot of reviews and they want to rectify a lot of things before. So you realize I don't know if you have seen some of the BC results. There are a lot of pendings. Most students have pending papers.
Some of them today had 45 and cool.
No, like a lot of people had 45 going up.
Yeah.
A lot. I know some school, one SP, boys prefect, senior boys prefect. He had 8, 7, 8. I think his minimum was 6. So he was the boys prefect in the school.
Wow.
So you should imagine.
And me, I don't know how they are doing the grading system because sometimes you see that some of the people that that this person
will do well.
Yes, then at the end they will fail.
The whole thing is so messed up. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
That's the right word that you use.
It's so messed up. Before it wasn't like that.
Because right now you go to school, sometimes even you see those people that are the Form 2s, the SHS students. Okay, they started vacating since last week till this week. I think today Tuesday the last batch will come home. When they come home, they are going to school next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
But next year is not on. We are in a.
How many days? They will stay home for how many days?
So
more than 60
January?
days. Yes.
Wow.
You can imagine.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. And even I know one of my friend's brother. He went to school just last year. By the end of this year, he's going to Form 3. He's going into the third year.
Yes. How are you serious?
Check. I can't just sit here and be making allegations just like that. I don't know. I don't know.
One term is how many months now? 2 months.
Which 2 months? Sometimes you can go 3 weeks. You are home. You come and stay home for 1 month before you go back, or you stay home for 3 months. Maybe they are doing gold, yellow, blue, and whatever.
Well, that's what I want to ask you. So that means the double track system is.
That's what is even messing up everything. That's what is even messing up. That's why I said it's COVID that brought about that double track system.
Yes.
So and also a lack of planning from the side of the government.
Yeah.
Why? You know the thing is going to be free. So out of 100,000 students that maybe at least 90,000 will go to school. So you need to make provision for them. These tracks is not all the schools that are running the gold and green tracks. So the schools that have the facilities, they are not running blue and gold and these things.
They are still staying in school.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's lack of planning from the side of the government. This track thing is not because of anything, because of what they don't have facilities. They cannot accommodate the kids. They don't have hostels or dormitories. They don't have classrooms. You understand? Yeah.
Oh.
Me,
I'm not really happy about this year turnout of results and all that. University students, the majority of them are home due to UTAC strike. So, like the kind of educational system right now, I don't know.
It's in crisis.
Yes, I don't know if we are really being educated and
because even today I heard the Minister for Education. He was saying that they shouldn't blame the NPP for messing
the education system up.
And those things, because people are blaming them. And last time, even GS had to release a statement that they want to meet parents so that they will explain to them why their wards needs to go to school at this time and this. I am thinking they want to go back to the old system.
That would be helpful.
Far better. But but then how can you go to the old system if let's say when they are running gold and green track, now maybe in gold, let's say when you are doing General Act 1, they have like almost 40 something students. Maybe the green track, they have like almost 50. So now all of them has to be in the same class. So class which is supposed to accommodate just 30.
Ooh.
You can imagine. That's what I'm saying, is lack of planning.
Okay, so now we will need more chairs and all that.
And buildings, classroom blocks. They need classroom blocks. Most of the schools, even the big schools, they are struggling. The Bochuis, the Hermans, name them. As for National Day, they don't get facilities. So
but oh my God! Now students are doing self-placement.
Yeah,
I read it here. Yeah. The GES has also introduced a self-placement model, allowing qualified students who have not yet been placed to select schools from a list of available options. This provides students and parents some flexibility whilst the system addresses existing bottleneck. But listen, this self-placement thing is stress. Let's just say the truth. It will be very stressful because before you do self-placement, you have to go to
the GS office or the Independence.
Yeah. And when you get there, the queue. Since we are in the era of digitalization, I feel like it should be digitalized. You sit in your house.
I don't know where from these self-placement things. That's what I'm telling you. See, and most of the students won't get school.
Yes.
Not because the schools are not available. They are available, but because there are no spaces. How can you release placement within 24 hours? You're asking the student to go to school. Even if it is free, so would they just get up with their mufti and things? They have to sew uniforms and stuff.
Even the parents has to gather money.
Yes,
because you have to gather a lot of money, provisions, upkeep. When you go to the school, you have to pay for a lot of stuff.
I tell you, you need to. Okay, some of the schools already have mattresses, but the schools who don't have mattresses, you need to get all those things.
And all that.
You can imagine. Well, that's what they are giving us. Who are we to complain?
But
we just have to adjust.
We can do better.
Although they
Yes,
can do better.
as a country, we should do better because you cannot be.
Serious.
Imagine you produce a school channel out people with.
That's what I'm
You
telling
have
you.
to go back and write it again,
It's
because
all-
there is no way a company, if a company employs you to bring your BEC result, even your math and English, when you get like 8, 9, they tell you to go and write it again.
your two subjects, let's say the maths and science alone is somebody's total 8. You can imagine. Be small. That's what I'm saying. It's lack of it's lack of planning. That is all. We shouldn't blame
45.
anybody, or
Yes.
this one is the responsibility of the government. It's now who is supposed to?
You were a child. You are not working.
Because
You are not doing anything. You should learn and
even
pass
if you go to my school,
Uh-huh.
most of the blocks are being produced by the old students. Even dormitories, most of them, the old students built dormitories for the school.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So assuming they want to wait for the government.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it was this 4 years and 3 years thing back in, I think, 2006, 7, 8, thereabout, when they were doing their 4 years? So even my school, Get Fund had to intervene for the school to provide them with classroom blocks, because large number. If you say you want to do 4 years, that means what? You need extra classroom blocks and extra dormitories.
Yeah.
But they didn't provide anything like that. So that's why when the next government came, they had to cancel
I'm
it.
trying so hard to understand your argument. Are you saying that because school facilities, syllabus, and what again? Lack of planning.
Yeah, it's
is
lack
making our kids to not do well in school.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Lack of for the
So
planning there from the side of the government.
The child cannot say that I'm sitting and learning. The people that are getting
It's
the
not
ones,
about you sitting and learning.
even if you learn, you will not pass.
Have you seen their textbooks before?
No, I mean
Okay.
it's the Aquila that is so the Aquila has been changed. No, I bought Aquila not too long ago. It has been changed.
I'm coming. So fine. You've learned something from class 6, from kindergarten to class 6, getting to form 3, form 1. They said, okay, we've changed the syllabus. Now you alone. You are learning about 8 subjects.
8.
8. So that 8 subjects within 3 years. Within 3 years. Okay, let's say 2 years. Look at the number of textbooks you have to. It's not easy,
16
and you are not building up upon the things that you used to know. This is a new syllabus altogether.
And
so some of the questions, when you are writing, some of the questions that they bring, some to they are from the primary. I mean, some of them you see that this, but now even the things that you taught in primary class, they ask for them, they are not nothing, something new. And some textbooks like this, you can imagine. You have to move that one, form 1. After that, you have to leave it and go to form 2. Move.
Again, I still.
And also, instead of 40 people to be, or 30 or 40 people to be in one class, now they have about 50, 60, 70 people.
So we can do better.
Imagine the stress.
Yeah, we can do better as teachers, as parents, and also as a country on its own. When your child is in school, that doesn't mean that you have to leave them just like that. You should be checking up on, especially check their results all the time when they come home, so that if there is help, you help the child from scratch, not to write the paper. The boy or your child will fail, then you have to let him go all the way back to JHS1 and write it again. Again, you are saying that the syllabus has changed, so even if the kid go back to JHS1 to write the paper again, do you still think that the child will pass?
Well,
the first
time some of them, they wouldn't pass
again.
Some. I mean, that one there is normal. I can't say everybody has to be intelligent. We are not equal. So some of them might do well, some too.
I'll still stand by that. As a young child or as a young person, and you are in school, you just have to learn. Apart from learning, I don't know what you'll be using your time for again.
But haven't you see people learning? Cry when you are writing, they will take more paper. But
that thing they scam. Those people that take more paper.
Be there. Some too, they do well.
Yeah, they do well.
Some
more paper people. Hey, pressure that they will put
you can imagine.
And you didn't write anything.
So if the government is able to produce conducive environment, Charlie, the case
child will have the brain will pick up very fast.
I mean, when you are in a serene environment, quiet environment, no stress.
So when the schools are very noisy.
The schools are very noisy. Oh, that one is not part. You can't attribute it to.
Okay, guys. So this has been an interesting conversation. What is your last advice that you give to a young child watching this video?
As a young child, you have to learn. It's not easy to learn, but Ghana is like chew and pour. You have to chew.
Oh no, then there's really chew and pour. You forget to. Okay, you go.
You don't know what you're talking about. Because it's about you passing your exams.
Yeah, so if you go and
you see, you pass your exams, and when you get from you go and write one particular exam. When you fail, that means you are brabon. So you can imagine you have to chew it and pour it.
Right.
But you have to learn, read, spend most of your time on your books. Reading makes a man perfect.
Yeah.
When you go to Bieko, is there. Reading makes a man perfect. Yeah. So the more you read, the more perfect you become, and the more you know. So they should do that.
Yeah, really makes man perfect. Again, you should just learn hard as a student, and we are praying that our educational system will be adjusted. Or we have to do better. As teachers, we have to do better. Now, strike now, no, I didn't do. 1, 2 teachers are pissed. They are going off strike and all that. So we really have to help the young ones channel out good results. If we don't give them a better foundation, as we will soon say,
yes,
wherever that they go, the building will not stand.
It
will stand. It will still collapse at the end of the day. So a better foundation is very, very, very important. And also when they teach you guys,
you see the implementation of the syllabus, that was the biggest mistake they've made. They shouldn't just come and change everything at once. They have to start it from
somewhere,
a certain generation. Do you understand? So when they are coming, when they get to class 2 with their syllabus, with their textbook, just like that. So the other people, so the people that comes to class 1, they are using what the class 2 people use.
Right.
Something about this one, they change everything at once.
Wow.
How?
Okay, guys, we have been talking about GES, that's the Ghana Educational Service, and what our young ones, especially the kids that just finished their BEC, what they channel out as their results, and also the school placement, the challenges of the school placement and the self-placement that they just introduced into the system. Now the digitalization is ongoing, so everything has been digitalized now. But I wish that the self-placement will be digitalized so that you don't go to the Independence Square and also go to GES to go and do your own placements. You can just sit in your house and just take your phone and do it. But again, if you didn't do well in your BEC, that doesn't mean that you should stop going to school. You can, maybe when you go to SS, it will be better over there. So guys, let's get interactive under the comment section. Let me also hear from you what you think about this particular topic. We'll be coming your way with more exciting content. My name is Priscilla Banks. Follow God's Way on all social media handles. Follow myself, Priscilla Banks, on all socials, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye-bye.